Hello, and welcome to this short presentation for postgraduate researchers, in which I'll explain how the Central Careers and Placements team can support you as a PGR. My name's Janice Simpson, and I'm a careers consultant working with postgraduates across the university, and I'm based in the Central Careers and Placements team. So to begin with, we've created a PGR career journey for you. And the idea of this is that it will help you to plan out career development activities alongside your PhD. From the beginning of your PhD right through to completion, there's a suggested timeline of actions that you might want to take. And this includes events and activities that are specifically relevant to PGRs, but it also includes career planning prompts. And you can find the journey on the Graduate Research School Careers web pages and also on the Central Careers website. We can help you think about how to build skills and experience, whether you've got a specific career in mind or you just want to develop experience and you're still open-minded about what you do beyond your PhD. So you can use Handshake, our platform that will help you to explore opportunities for paid part-time work, also internship opportunities and volunteering opportunities go on to Handshake. We can help you to think about how to make the most of your time, exploring skills and professional development opportunities, and perhaps working out which ones are most relevant to you and your career plans, or which might be most helpful to your professional development, even if you're not sure what you want to do beyond your PhD. And thinking about these opportunities to gain experience and to develop your skills will also help you to complete your professional development plan, which you'll share with your supervisor at specific points in your PhD. It's always helpful to be thinking about what you're going to do beyond your PhD. It's worth saying at this point that most PhD graduates aren't working in academic roles in the long term, so beyond 3 years after graduation. And we know this from the graduate outcomes data that's gathered by the Higher Education Statistics Agency. So at any stage in your PhD, it's a good opportunity to research job sectors and options that you're already considering and be clear, what you need to do to get into those types of roles, what kind of experiences or skills would be expected. Or if you're not quite sure yet what you want to do, then start researching options and generating ideas for things that might suit you beyond your PhD. Look out for opportunities and events within your department or faculty or your doctoral programme. That might be careers events, or it might be speakers and alumni returning to give talks. And if you're a member of a professional body, again, look out for any careers events that they may be hosting. As a careers team, we have a Central Careers Events and Fairs programme, and this is a great opportunity to explore non-academic career options and talk with and network with employers and York alumni. You can research different employers, what they do, what kind of roles they have, find out about the sectors that they operate in, and also find out about the recruitment processes that they use. You might be able to identify roles that could be a good fit for you and the sorts of skills and experiences that you'd need to build in order to be successful. We do run career workshops specifically for researchers, and you can find these in the Researcher Development Programme, which again you'll find on the Graduate School web pages. But for these, you would register to attend on SkillsForge. We offer support with job applications and interviews. So this comes in the form of online information and advice, as well as self-help tools. We have a tool called CareerSet, which can give you instant CV and covering letter feedback. It can also give you feedback on an application for a specific job vacancy if you upload the job vacancy as well. And we have another tool called Shortlist Me, which will help you to practice and prepare for interviews. You select a package of interviews. You can then film yourself and watch the playback. We also have information about practicing psychometric tests and understanding what they are and why employers use them. So if you know you're going to be applying to an employer who uses these, then do take the opportunity to practice first. But of course, we also offer individual advice on applications and interview preparation, and I'll give you some more information about this later. If you're interested in enterprise, you've got a business idea that you want to develop, or you're thinking about setting up a social enterprise, or perhaps you're thinking about freelancing, then we have an enterprise officer who can help and support you with your plans and ideas. So there's training and support to help you build the skills to get started. There's also individual appointments and short courses that will help you to develop any ideas that you have, and you will be able to apply for proof of concept funding to test it out. If you're here as an international student, our web pages have information about working during your PhD, but also staying in the UK afterwards and working. We also have some advice around returning to your home country and starting the job search. And we have an events programme for all international students that runs throughout the year. For any student who's thinking about working beyond the UK, we have a really useful package called Going Global, which can help you research different countries, what it's like to live and work there, what the kind of economic sort of situation looks like, where the key skills shortages are, and how to apply and what the visa and immigration issues might be. But what if your goal is an academic career? Can we help you? Well, we would always say, firstly, take advice from your supervisor or other academics because they're the experts in academic careers. You should also look for support from the researcher development team and some of the sessions that they run, and particularly the fellowship launchpad workshops, which have been launched recently. But where careers can help is perhaps in finding work experience beyond GTA work. So we advertise research internships. We also advertise paid opportunities for facilitation, tutoring, mentoring, for example. We can offer feedback on CVs and applications and help you with interview advice and preparation. So again, we would suggest talking to your supervisor first, but if they're not available or unable to help, then definitely come and speak to us. If you're an experienced professional, you already have a career history and you've returned to do a PhD, then we can help you if you're thinking about changing career direction. Our resources can help you research new sectors. Our events may be able to help you develop new connections and networks. But you can also use one-to-one career support, which may be the most helpful to you. And that could be exploring your options, but also creating an action plan for yourself. It could be helping you to review your CV and reposition your previous experiences alongside your current PhD experience. And that could help you to create a career narrative for use in applications and on your LinkedIn profile. So next, we're going to hear from a recent PhD graduate, Taryn, who's just going to talk a little bit about her experiences of using career support.
So my name is Taryn Bell. I did a PhD in archaeology at York from 2018 to 2022, and I now work at the University of Leeds as a researcher development advisor. So I support researchers with their career development. During my PhD, pretty early on, I realised I didn't want to be an academic, which led to a little bit of a panic, as it was what I'd always wanted to be to that date. And so one of the first things I did was I spoke to the career service. I organised one-to-one meetings to have a little bit of a talk through that kind of little bit of a crisis of confidence that I was having, and to figure out what skills I needed to develop in order to think about other options. And that then allowed me to go off and start exploring those other options a little bit more. I was really helped out as well by attending some of the university's kind of general events on thinking about your career development as well. And all around, these just helped me to think deeply about the options besides academia. Quite a big impact, I would say, careers, getting that sort of support from the university in two ways, I think. The first was the practical support. It gave me an understanding of what I needed to do, what the next steps were, the things I needed to do next. But there was also that kind of emotional side in that it gave me a sense of hope that, I was qualified to do things outside of academia and I had a lot to offer. And I think it just gave me the confidence to keep continuing down that path of thinking of non-academic career options.
So finally, I've mentioned a number of resources. So the careers website for postgraduate researchers is based within the Graduate Research School website, and careers are split into 3 key areas. So we have one around exploring your options. So that includes both academic careers and careers beyond academia. It also has advice and information about generating ideas for yourself and lots of websites for inspiration. We have another section around developing skills and experience, and the final section is around applications and interviews. Again, that's split into sort of both academic applications and applications for other types of work. For individual careers advice, then you can book a PGR careers advice appointment. These are 30 minutes and they're online or in person. You book them in Handshake. You can also use the careers drop-in, which runs from Mondays to Thursdays, 10 till 12 during semesters. And you can also message us through Handshake with any queries. You can use these appointments for any career-related issue. So just a few examples might be discussing your options, exploring your motivations, generating ideas. It could be discussing specific job roles and sectors and perhaps making decisions about those. It could be creating a career action plan or getting feedback on a job application or getting into interview advice, including mock interviews. So I mentioned the Handshake platform. This is where you would book appointments, find job opportunities and browse events all in one place. So you can use it online or you can download the app. So in summary, we're here to support you throughout your PhD and after you graduate, whether you're early or mid-career. You can use the Central Careers and Placements website for careers information and resources, and the Graduate School Careers web pages for more specific PGR careers information. Use Handshake to find out about central events, paid and volunteer work opportunities, appointment bookings, and for getting in touch with the team. And the final point I would make is that we're an impartial, confidential service within the university. So we are able to discuss any type of career issue with you, including leaving or pausing your PhD. We don't tell your supervisor that you've had an appointment, and we don't pass on information from those appointments. So they are entirely confidential. So finally, the University Careers website, that includes information about careers and placements, work, volunteering and career planning. And you can find that on york.ac.uk/careers/resources. Thank you.